Friends, here we are. This is Wisdom for the Spiritist Practitioner. And we are here on our last day of this session, which session is this? This is going to be our beautiful Educandário de Luz, Educational Institute of Light. And I'm here double checking the system, making sure I can see you. Yes, I can see friends coming in, just testing the system here, and also sharing. Yes, today we are here with Emmanuel. The final message of this book is Emmanuel's message, and it's titled The Spiritist Center. This book is a compilation of messages that were brought forth by several spirit authors through Chico Xavier. And Dr. Bezerra de Menezes prefaces the book, and he goes on through different beautiful spirit authors, giving to us the breakdown of what is essential for us, essential to be good Spiritist practitioners, and to create a solid teamwork effort. We're talking not only about knowledge, but we're talking about emotional education. Emotional education is essential for the Spiritist practitioners to achieve higher levels of efficiency. Yes, not only as a person, but as a team. So in these messages, we can almost go back, and they are going to tell us about the different levels of emotional awareness and the key points, the insights, emotional insights that will lead us into more efficacy in the execution of our works, of the works of our Spiritist works, not only the mediumistic meetings, not only the passes, meetings as educators, but as a team. We Spiritists don't work alone. We work on ourselves, but in the practice, we need a team. Oh, I don't have a team yet. Let's say somebody claims like, you form a team. You form a team. We don't create it out of the blue. Look at this picture, okay? Just as an inspiration. This picture. This is the picture of a Spiritist center that was founded 100 years ago. 1917. On October 20th, 1917. This Spiritist center, Luz e Caridade in Brazil, is one of the few Spiritist centers that are centenary. They are completing their centennial. And they didn't form a team of people like that out of the blue. They joined forces, they kept on going, and how do you sustain it for 100 years? The new generations come by, and they keep forming new teams. The team today, here we have several families, amongst them the family of Dr. Ivenia Prada, and also my great-grandfather, and my great-great-great-grandfather, my great-great-grandmother, and they created their children and other children who were raised embracing it, and today we have there a new generation, the younger generation of theirs taking the lead, and others coming up. So wherever you are, don't lose sight that you are sowing for others to continue. Don't worry about the final product. If I carry seeds, worried about how it's going to grow, when it's going to grow, but who is going to be there, you sow and go. You sow and go. You don't stay there. Paul of Tarsus said, I sowed, Apollo watered it, and God made it grow. That's all we do. Many people don't form centers because they're like this. They are concerned about what's going to happen next. You do what you can do, and others will take the torch and keep it lighted. That's how it grows. Wherever you are, light it up. Yeah, light it up, friends. So here is exactly how we're going to begin. We're going to read this final message from the Spirit Emmanuel. This is the 40th message from, and in this case, it's Emmanuel, through Chico Xavier. He's our teacher, telling us the Spiritist Center. We're going to read it, and then do our greetings, and break it down into exercises, reflections, works on our emotional level. Shall we? The Spiritist Center. Emmanuel. The center for evangelical spiritism, however humble, is always a sanctuary of mental renewal towards the higher life. Even with our simple presence, none of us who serves an institution of this nature must forget the dignity of the responsibility received and the elevation of the ministry that is on us. In this sense, it is always regrettable to doubt the divine essence of our task. The opportunity to know, to enlighten, to contribute, to create, and to help, which an organization as this empowers us with, invariably proceeds from some act of love or some sowing of sympathy, which our spirit, still not carved, left at a distance in the dark past, that so far we have not recovered entirely. A Spiritist Center is a school where we can learn and teach, plant the good and collect the graces, improve ourselves and perfect others in the eternal path. When the doors of a Christian Spiritist temple or a domestic sanctuary dedicated to the worship of the gospel are opened, a divine light illuminates in the darkness of human ignorance, and through the benign rays of the star of brotherhood and knowledge that shines for the good of the community, those who are close to it, even if they do not want to, they walk without realizing to a better life. Emmanuel always giving us a boost, renewing our hopes, renewing our sense of usefulness. This is encouragement. And he's not being encouraging just because. He is actually encouraging us because it's our turn to work. Right, Rosa Maria? Yes, the congreso se terminó, pero ahora somos nosotros que vamos a trabajar, ¿sí? We are the ones who need to work now. When we conquer, when we gather this much information, we need to multiply. It's the parable of the talents. We're given much. Much will be demanded. It's time for us to multiply. Wherever we are in the world, if your city, your neighborhood does not have a center, it's your call. You're being asked, but he says, humble. No ideas of, no ambition. We don't ambition anything. We simply are willing to share. We share and we share and we share. And God will take care of its growth. It's not our project. No, the Spiritist Center that we find and that we found is not ours. We go there, sow, and go. The seed comes from God. You know children's books? God made the sun. God made the moon. God made the seed. And God made you. So, the seed of the Spiritist Center that you're sowing is God's. So, simply go, share, continue, and continue, and continue, and continue. Right, friends? Fred Gouveia is here with us. Delusions of grandeur. Exactly. We give up on these ambitions. Some people ask, but why do you do this? Why do you do that? I don't know. I feel the call. I have to do it. We do it. We don't explain it. The good has no explanation. It's self-explainable. You look at it, it's good. It's good. It feels good. So keep it up. That's the goal. That's the goal. Right, Lea Severo, talking about it, my friend. Lea Severo. We're in touch, Lea. Rihanna and Nico, how are you? Perola. So here we have, you see, Lea is in Florida. Rihanna is in South Africa. We have Perola in Germany. Michelle. Sorry, Michelle, can you remind us? Raquel is in Brazil. Hello, Raquel Basquete. And Teresa Catapano. Remind me, friends, it just slipped my mind. Lívia Moraes is in, I know, mid-United States. I forgot the state now. Sorry, Lívia. Alexandra is there in Orlando. Raquel Murray is in New York. Hello, beautiful Raquel. How are you? Sol Souza is there in Connecticut. Ah, Renata, beautiful Renata. You're here, right, Renata? Silvio Otero in Seattle. Lívia Moraes is in Wisconsin. Thank you, Lívia. Sorry, friends. You're in my heart, anyhow. Ah, but Raquel is in South Carolina. Mamma mia, forgive. You see, it's a quiz for you. You're tested. Michelle now is in Alabama. Renata Casadei is in Iowa. We have Lívia Moraes in Wisconsin. And we have, okay, Teresa Captapan in New Hampshire. Beautiful. And we have Silvia Otero, we said, in Seattle. Yes. Teresa Castro in New York. Yes. That's good to know, right, Teresa? Thank you for asking that question because we were able to share more clearly with everybody. Rudy, New Jersey, New York, New Jersey. Present to receive a message for the heart. You're right, my friend. Me too. And other friends who are here with us, coming in and joining us. Yes, Karina in São Paulo. You're right. You're right. Okay? Teresa Catapano, she's in Vermont. 2 hours. Oh, you're in Vermont, Teresa? Okay, that's good to know. Vermont. There you go. You see the message here, huh? Spiritist Center. 6 sentences. Well, 6 paragraphs. 6 sentences. Believe it or not, 6 paragraphs, 6 sentences. Emmanuel, as an educator, goes straight to the point. First idea he gives to us. Center for Evangelical Spiritism. Why does Emmanuel reinforces that Spiritism has the foundation in Christ consciousness? Because historically in Brazil, other people of other traditions started calling their mediumistic meetings Spiritist meetings, and they were not. They had nothing to do with it. So Emmanuel, through Chico Xavier, inaugurates a new era, reinforcing to us that Spiritism is only one. Spiritism is the one codified by Kardec, and a pillar, the main foundational pillar, is the Christ consciousness. So on and off, you're going to read the messages through Emmanuel, and he's going to pair up Spiritism, Christianity. Christianity, Spiritism. Okay? So that's what it is. Okay? Yeah, Fred Govey is saying right. Start a center in Vermont, Teresa Castro. Come on. Jussara Korngold is with us. Welcome, Jussara. So, think about it, friends. Humble, small. Like I started in Baltimore, in my home, and we started in Virginia, in a holistic spirit clinic. In DC, we started as an effort of the Spiritist out of Virginia. It's small, humble, and it grows. The number doesn't matter. It matters that you are there, and other friends are there, and you're sharing it. You're just saying, from now on, I'm sharing my studies on Spiritism. You want to join in? Come on, join in if you want. That's all it is. Okay. The Center for Evangelical Spiritism, however humble, is a sanctuary of mental renewal towards the higher life. So beginning paragraph and ending paragraph, Emmanuel talks about the fact that the goal of the Spiritist Center is to renew our minds. Thought is life. We need to train our minds to think beautiful things. So then we can say beautiful things. We can do beautiful things. We feel beautiful things. Starting in the mind, Teresa Castro. That's the spirit. Right, Frederico? Fred Gouveia. That's how it begins. It begins in the spiritual realm, and we were recruited before we reincarnated. By the way, if we're together here, it's not by chance. And we are here with friends from around the world who are in the same synchronicity, these thoughts and feelings of doing the good, feeling the good, visualizing the good, and working on it, molding it. Right, Rosa Maria? She's there in Colombia, and she's here also with us. Even with our simple presence, none of us who serves an institution of this nature must forget two elements: the dignity of the responsibility received, and the elevation of the ministry. You know why some people take it for granted and they start thinking they are the owners of the center or the owners of organizations, or feeling like they are the ones who have the ideas, which is total opposite of the teachings, which requires simplicity and humility. Because Spiritism gives us free will. We don't have regulatory organizations. The International Spiritist Council does not exist to regulate, but to support. Any national federation exists to support the Spiritist centers, but not to regulate. When these organs start regulating, they're failing, because that was never the intention. Okay? Exactly. Well, Raquel Murray is asking a question, and it's important that we address here for those who are going to listen to us later on demand, and they're not going to watch the video at Kardec Radio. Could we start a Spiritist center at our homes? or not recommended. And Fred Gouveia said almost every center in the world was started in a home. Exactly. Yes, Chico Xavier, Divaldo Franco, Kardec, Amália Domingo Soler, Swilly Schubert, many others. Ourselves, in Baltimore. But we don't intend to start the Spiritist Center. We intend to start a meeting. A meeting that will gravitate naturally to its expansion. But we shouldn't ambition and think about timeline. You started yourself and somebody else. You don't need more than 2 people. And 2, and then 3, and 4. And how do we begin? First, we would recommend how I used to do it in Baltimore, okay? For everybody who is listening to it. Would start the meeting. An hour before the meeting, which in our case began on Saturday and then moved to a Tuesday evening. 1 hour before the meeting began, I would go to my apartment and I would pray and spend 1 hour preparing the environment, putting classical music, and I would read messages, prepare the jar of water the spirits are going to pour in, the glasses, the books that are going to be used, the chairs that are going to be assembled. And in our case, we had the snacks for afterwards because it was more like a home gathering, but not there, in the dining table, at the dining table. We did that for a few months, and then it grew, and we moved to another location. So just recapping here, 1 hour before the meeting, that's the ideal. We're there, preparing. People come in, we greet them with kindness. They sit, and then we start a meeting with a prayer, or an inspirational message, and then a prayer, an inspirational message. And then the study. It can be the Spirit's book. It can be the roadmap. It can be any educational material. It can even be the gospel. Or Pills of Trust, Happy Life. Any book that inspires us. And if we want deeper studies, we go for the studies. There's no rush. And we read it. Comment. That's what it is. Okay? And then after the discussion, 1 hour, prayer, drinking the water, done. As easy as that. You can do it through the internet, Skyping, okay? You can use the Skype and invite people in. Why not? Now, the third idea, it's regrettable to doubt the divine essence of our tasks. How many people say, oh, go, Vanessa. You do the important work. I am just people say, I'm just this, I'm just that. No, don't say this. Everybody is important. We have a friend in our center. He's adorable. He collects the trash after we finish the meeting. One day he was away 2 weeks and nobody was doing this. Man, we missed him, but we also missed the apparent little task was not little. And then we have the opportunity to know, to enlighten, to contribute, to create, to help. Why? Because they say, in the past, there was a dark past, and we didn't repair. So it's reparation time. I'm going to rewind, because this third paragraph is very important. Fourth paragraph. Emmanuel is reminding us that that's a place to learn, but also to repair. For example, How often in previous lives we use the word to badmouth people. Now we need the word to use the word wisely to encourage people. How often in the past we took the health of people away. Now we become past givers to restore it, to be instruments of giving back. There are many scenarios. In the Spiritist Center, we're going to find the opportunity of our redemption. So, it's a beautiful opportunity. There's a true case that Humberto de Campos describes, and there are other stories too by other spirits through Chico. They say, somebody discarnated, got to the spiritual realm, and then they realized, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. How have I done it? I would like to be reborn without a leg. And the mentor said, no. I want to be reborn with intellectual impairment. No. I want to be reborn abandoned. No. I want to be reborn without this, that, and the other. They said, no. You're going to be reborn as a spiritist. And a spiritist medium. And the spirit was shocked, like, how come? Because as a spiritist and a spiritist medium, you are going to give back what you have taken away. Because Spiritism renews our minds. How often in previous lives we were killing people's ideas and goals and projects. Now they come to the Spiritist Center and we say, good, keep it up. And we're no longer going to put them down. We're going to encourage them, giving back what we've taken away. God is merciful. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. God is so good to you. God is so good to me. God is so good. He's so good to us. He's so good to us. He's telling, go ahead, start over. I'm going to give you a mechanism through which you're going to repair. We need to do it. Renata Cassadei is saying, she started it in South Carolina through Skype. Congratulations. A lot of love to you. Okay? Yes, Adilson and Fred. Great. Always inspiring people. And that's what Rihanna is saying. That is what I tell everyone. And that's why we should work for the good. Why not? Right, Rihanna? Doing the good. Always. And our Spiritist Center is a school. Yes, where we can learn and teach. Isn't that beautiful? You can learn and teach. Where else in the world you can do this? Simultaneously. Only in Spiritism. Plan the good, right, Rihanna and Nico? And collect the graces. Always. Improve ourselves and perfect others. Improve ourselves and perfect others. In the eternal path. In the eternal path. Okay. He said higher life, eternal path, and later he's going to say better life. So in Spiritism we learn to put together immortal goals, millennial goals. Therapeutic question for us, since this is the last session of this book. What is your millennial milestone to be achieved? Do you have it clear in mind? Something that you want to achieve in the upcoming millennium? We need to visualize it in order to achieve it. We cannot remodel a house without having clear image of what we want to achieve. No, we don't remodel a house without knowing precisely the little details of Disney house. How do you want to be in 1,000 years? You want me to sing? Yes. 1,000 years. Yeah. Right? Yes, Christina Perry. I'll love you for 1,000 more. You should say it to yourself in the mirror. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. That's a millennial goal, huh? To love us more, because we don't love us yet. That's why we have problems in our relationships, and we are yet to achieve the love for God that we need, right? Yes, Silvio Otero, a meeting place on Skype. Ana Oliveira, our group in Alabama started in a home as a study group. We're happy to be renting a small room for public meetings now since May. Beautiful, congratulations, that's the spirit. And we are here supporting you too, Ana. Beautiful, beautiful. And finally, he says, don't doubt, your home is sacred, it's blessed. And it's good to make it sacred. Yes, we need to make our homes a living temple. When the doors of a Christian Spiritist temple or a domestic sanctuary dedicated to the worship of the gospel are opened, what happens? A divine light radiates in the darkness of human ignorance, and through the benign rays of this star of brotherhood and knowledge that shines for the good of the community, those who are close to it, even if they do not want to, they walk without realizing to a better life. This is the marathon of the soul. Is it worthwhile? It's more than worthwhile. If it were not for this, we wouldn't be here. Remember. Okay, where is it? Right here. Were it not for these people who, from Catholics, they became Spiritists, immigrants. My family, Italians in Brazil, they founded this. And here we are today, thanks to them, thanks to their home efforts. And then later, the effort outside of their homes. But they started in their home. It started inside of their hearts, in their homes, and so on and so forth. We need to be simpler, friends. When you watch too much these videos of events, especially in Brazil, like 20,000 people, remember, ground your feet on the ground and say, Kardec said, smaller is better. If you're living elsewhere, even if it's in Brazil, there are several places where there is no Spiritist center. You can start it. You can start it where you are, with a friend or two or three, and from there, God takes care of it. Paul sowed it, Apollo watered it, and God made it grow. Right? You're feeling excited? You should, because now you're more empowered. At least you've been here with us for at least 40 days, 40 nights. Yes, Silvio Otero, you can do a study group on Skype. You can invite people who are interested, and you can do it. And from there on, only God knows. Yes, we need to start it. Fred Govey is saying, spiritual seeds falling on God soil, in good soil, multiply 100 to 1. Exactly. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Fred. So, for those who are asking, what's going to happen next? The mentors at Kardec Radio have asked us to dedicate our 11th hour to a study specifically on mediumship. Yes, because several groups or people have been asking us about more instruction on mediumship. So tomorrow we will announce. We're not going to start tomorrow. And you know we're going to be traveling to Brazil for several Spiritist works and family. But we will announce tomorrow the starting date of another educational material, and it will be tailored to mediumistic instruction, because Spiritism without spirits is not Spiritism, right? So that's what we're going to do at Kardec Radio. We are going to do it. Alexandra is excited, Silvio Otero, and Karina, and we do too. That's the instruction. Tomorrow we're going to announce. We don't have exactly a session tomorrow, but we're going to announce to you exactly what we're going to be doing next, which material we're going to be using. Okay? So just wait and see. And for now, what do we sing? We celebrate this unity, this 11th hour Spiritist Center. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause my friend is your friend and your friend is my friend. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. And that's what Emmanuel says. We're gonna lead ourselves to a better life. Thank you, Felipe, Teresa, Pérola. Celebrate, because God is really good. The happier we'll be, Sylvia. Friends, a big, 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 big hug. And we'll stay connected, okay? A kiss. Much love to everybody. And until soon. Thank you, Karina. I know Mentor Joseph is... I didn't know. They told me, and sharing with you. Much love, friends.